We were warned.
The CIA relies heavily on the NSA's ability to gather vast quantities of email, phone calls, and other data to track down terrorists.
The CIA's drone program relies heavily on data the NSA provides that includes phone calls, emails, and other forms of signals intelligence.
But we didn't listen, and now we live in a dystopia.
Like, why would you just use it on potential criminals or enemies of the state or what have you? Well, you could use it on the entire fucking population and make trillions of dollars in advertiser revenue. Well, what about when you talk about something and then you get an ad for that something that you've never seen an ad for before?
With email service providers and social media, we've long been told that if it's free, you're the product. But with the Internet of Things, it seems even if you pay, you're still the product.
A real-life science fiction movie.
It really goes back to the data. So we have a direct connection with our consumers that provides us with deterministic first-party data. So we utilize that for targeting.
How did we get here? The personal computer, originally designed to raise the intellect of humanity, has been transformed into smart devices designed to raise the intellect of artificial intelligence instead.
In order to correct the AI, Google felt that they needed to re-rank all of the data.
This has massive implications for society. Companies are modifying their behavior to ingratiate themselves with those in power. They're changing their slogans and advertisements. They're censoring content. They're firing controversial people. Speak up, you might lose your job because you're bad for the company's ESG score.
Now it's all about politics and hysteria. What we thought could make us more connected made us more divided. Instead of people using technology for their benefit, technology now uses people for it. Hackers, spy agencies, you name it, anyone, anywhere around the world.
This data is pretty valuable, not just to device makers, but to hackers.
Looking for something on Google? You can search the web with real and organic search results and do it without anyone tracking your activity or data. We ourselves use Atlas VPN to protect our data online. Atlas VPN is more than just any other VPN. It blocks all malicious links, ads, and trackers, and notifies you when someone is trying to spy on or steal your data. If you want to grab Atlas VPN, they have a great deal going on right now for just $1.83 a month and 3 months extra for free. We've provided a link in the description you can use to grab this deal. Try it out with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Not only does it protect your data, it also keeps your searches completely private. Also, protect unlimited devices at once. No limits are set. One subscription only for the best price. That's why we use Atlas. Oh, did we forget to mention it saves you a lot of money booking online? It's that easy. Grab Atlas VPN using the link in the description and secure your data today.
Music, movie streaming services, online shopping services routinely look at your pattern of behavior, compares that to previous customers, and tries to make predictions for you.
Google runs the largest of all the ad exchanges, also known as surveillance advertising.
Big social media platforms don't sell ads to you. They sell you to advertisers.
This technology is designed to collect as much information about you as possible, then analyze it with artificial intelligence to create predictive models of your behavior and preferences.
This is you, a series of purchases, preferences, and quantifiable data points that we define as your personality. We monitor every social network, internet logs, instant and text messages, known associates, your friends, emails received and sent, cell phone usage. We use this data to form personality profiles. We know who you are. We are everywhere.
The thing is, you're not just following your bad guy targets, you're also following their metadata. And by the time you go a third hop out from the original target, you're looking at a list of 2.5 million people.
This is a commercialized version of the very same technology that in previous versions used cell phone, email, and social media data to target terrorists with a Predator drone.
The CIA's drone program relies heavily on data the NSA provides that includes phone calls, emails, and other forms of signals intelligence.
But now, instead of delivering you a smart bomb,
Avon calling.
It delivers you a smart ad through smart devices, and that's just the beginning.
And nearly every TV sold these days is a smart TV. And if you're not using a smart TV, you might plug in one of these, an Amazon Fire Stick, Roku, or Google Chromecast. But all these devices are grabbing a lot of information about you, what shows you watch, when you're watching, and how long, even your voice. According to their terms of service, those smart devices use that information for a range of reasons, including analytics, marketing, and targeted advertising. They can share that data with countless third-party firms.
Your privacy and behavioral data is monetized and sold to governments, corporations, and advertising agencies.
This is a very dangerous weapon to put at the hands of the powers that be.
We've really been building back-end big data analytic capabilities now for a couple of years.
We get the data through 30,000 sources.
It's not just the typical data that you find in a database, but other data that you can get about your customers.
Major financial institutions and companies give us accounts receivable information.
We know a lot about our customers. We can see their lifetime value. We know who our most valuable customer is.
We also get signal data and other kinds of data like B2B e-commerce data and shipping data and social media data.
Facebook has invested $2 billion in a data center.
$1.3 billion data center complex for Apple.
Google is now saying it's going to spend $13 billion money for data centers.
And that's where a lot of these data lakes come in.
Data is a huge asset for us.
From your own data sources and from outside third-party data sources, you can bring that together and get business value out of that.
And we combine this unstructured data that I just talked about with that accounts receivable data, and suddenly we've got a rich profile.
So you want to do data crunching? Right. Basically, Amazon is the world's biggest supercomputer available right now. Right. And that you're able to use that data. You turn on the data sources you need. Within a couple of hours, you have the analysis you need.
Amazon's private brands team in India secretly exploited internal data to copy products sold by other companies, knocking off the products of sellers in its marketplace.
Using that big data against our best customers, it's a huge asset.
And rigging search results. An exploitation of its vast trove of data to promote its own merchandise at the expense of other sellers.
Amazon is now 50% of all e-commerce.
Amazon has been forcing third-party sellers to enter into contracts that penalize them if they try to sell their products on other sites for cheaper prices. And that includes a company's own website.
For every euro of sales, Hubacher has to hand over 30 cents to Amazon. Amazon is one of the most valuable companies in the world, along with Apple, Google, and Facebook. They're worth together around $7 trillion. The success of software can depend on its presence in the App Store, for which Apple charges 15 to 30% of revenue.
And essentially tell us if you don't like the deal, you can just get out of here. You can just shut down your business. How is that a choice? It just felt like mafia tactics.
The tech companies decide under what conditions others can enter their system. In the process, they collect oceans of data.
They invade our private lives through surveillance. They extract from our lives, rendering what they extract as behavioral data, and then they claim those behavioral data as their private property.
The way you live your life, the way you do your work, the way research and development are all moving forward. It all relies on this enormous amount of data and this enormous amount of computing power.
Guess who else has access to your privacy and behavioral data?
So one of the things that we were able to do with the Smart TV platform was actually abuse the browser to the extent that we could actually gain access to the camera that's built into the TV. This is something that we can do invisibly and actually have the camera running behind the web page that you're looking at. I could be sitting on a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.